quantity, opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose. Did you know in English that there are rules about the order of adjectives? For example, you would say 2 large pan pizzas, never 2 pan large pizzas. Ugh. I'm getting hungry. Now, when we describe nouns with 2 or more adjectives, these adjectives are either cumulative or coordinating. Cumulative adjectives do not require punctuation. However, it is important that the order of these adjectives be maintained so that the listener can understand. That's where the order of adjectives comes into play. The first rule for the order of adjectives is quantity. Quantity tells us how much or how many of the noun that we have. Now, under quantity, we have articles, quantifiers, and other words that tell us how much or the count of a given noun. Then we have opinion, and this is where you describe how you feel about that given noun. Is it beautiful or ugly? Is it cheap or expensive? Is that dog cute or aggressive? With size, we can use words like big, small, tiny, enormous, huge, and the list goes on and on. Let's move on to age. With age, you can use a specific age, like 16-year-old. You can also use adjectives like young, old, new, ancient, elderly. And you can also refer to periods of time, like classical, Jurassic, Renaissance. Now with shapes, you can think of traditional shapes like circular, triangular, rectangular, square. But you can also think of general terms like wide, long, round. Then we move on to color. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and all the other colors of the rainbow. With origin, we're describing the ethnicity or the religion of a given person or thing. For example, Persian rug, Japanese kimono. All of these words describe the origin of the given object. With material, we're talking about what the item is made out of. Is it wood, metal, plastic, cotton, silk, or my favorite, polyester? Next, we have purpose, and here we're describing the function of that given noun. Oftentimes, we use the ing ending adjectives to help describe that noun. For example, folding chair. He gave me a beautiful, dainty, vintage, round, yellow, African diamond wedding ring. Whew, that's a lot of adjectives. Now, that's not natural. Most native speakers try to stick to 3 categories or less when describing a noun. So is it wrong? Technically, no. But just because it's not wrong doesn't mean it's right. So that's the order for cumulative adjectives. Now, earlier, I also mentioned coordinating adjectives. Unlike cumulative adjectives, coordinating adjectives can appear in any order. And if you have more than 3, they do require punctuation. Here's an example. She was a fierce and brutal warrior. She was a brutal and fierce warrior. Here, we have coordinating adjectives because we can interchange the adjectives in their placement before the noun. Now that you know the order of adjectives, it's time to step up your vocabulary. Click or tap the screen to take 10 basic adjectives and learn 20 advanced versions. I'll see you in the next video.